Hello, I'm Lasso, Oklahoma's India Tour, creator and organizer of the Stay Gold Film Festival here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Discuss It with Lasso is an interesting way to meet the film directors, actors, producers, writers behind their short film that will or have screened at the festival. Now, we're a bit different and the only festival in Oklahoma that screens on the last Sunday of every month. And if you're near Oklahoma, near Broken Arrow, I encourage you to come by and stop in and visit the theater, go shows, and check out some of the films. You'll be surprised at some of these films. They are top quality from around the world, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Everything that the Stay Gold Film Festival does is in service of go shows. All ticket sales, any submission fees goes towards the theater and helping them out, keeping their doors open and creating a arts culture with the local filmmakers and local communities as well as state and surrounding states. Take a look at the descriptions below and you will see a link to the official site of the Stay Gold Film Festival. There you'll find the schedule, trailers, tickets, and more things. This year, we're screening 360 short films and features from around the world, over 40 countries. And if you enjoy these interviews, you can find more of them under my podcast section called Discuss It with Lasso. I release these interviews once a week on Mondays in the morning, so they're available to you. Also, I want to encourage you to subscribe and like these interviews. They help grow the channel and reach a wider audience. Without further ado, here is our special guest. Hello,
Plus, when you have your glasses. How you doing?
Mr. Robert Lawrence. Good to
Yes,
have
sir.
you
How
here.
are you?
So we didn't get very many like pilot kinds of things for the festival. So I was happy to receive one and to screen it. I thought it was well put together for the design of a TV show, in particular, like in kind of the style that it was. It seemed very like on par with what you see like sitcoms and things like that. So I thought it was really well put together.
Thank you.
Uh, yes, sir. Thank you. So before doing the pilot, I believe I read in your bio that you had some acting experience.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
how
Go
did
ahead.
that go? How did that kind of path go? And was the journey the reason why you did the pilot?
Yeah. When I got into acting, it was quite by accident. I was actually stopped and asked for directions at a playhouse,
Yeah.
and when I went in there, the lady she said, "You're Brad." I'm like, "No, ma'am. My name's Robert. I'm just looking for directions." And she said, "No, no, no. You're Brad." And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm surrounded by crazy people
Yeah.
here. I said, no, ma'am. I'm sorry to bother you. She said, no, 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 you don't understand. You're Brad. We're looking for someone to play Brad in our production. And we're like, well, that's great. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
How do I get to where I'm going? And so they convinced me into auditioning for the part. I got it. Um, and that's how I started.
That's crazy.
I got
Wow.
into some commercials. Yeah, I did some commercials, some films, um, and that's how it started. And then I noticed, like, I like acting, but I like creating
Sure.
more than doing what's there. I'm limited to what I can do as an actor because I'm giving lines and okay, stand here, say it like this.
Yeah.
And there is a certain amount of leeway. That's the creative process. But when you make this stuff up and you can release it out into the world, it's a great feeling.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I think there's just something innate about the human experience and wanting to create and put something out, just share
Yeah,
whatever we have carrying inside of us, right? We all each carry something unique.
right.
So was there, so what led you to create the pilot?
Well, I see that there's a need for funny. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
Looking back at the golden age of sitcoms like Sanford and Son, I Love Lucy,
Yeah.
Make Room for Daddy, everything like that. people still watch these. There's some of the
Yeah,
most watched stuff on streaming.
100%,
And
100%.
so it's like, well, let's try to replicate that
Yeah.
in a modern fashion, with a modern storyline and ideas, and bring that forward to the populace and see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, you're
So
100% right. I
that's what I
mean,
was.
looking at the stats, with streaming and all that, people would much rather watch some of the older stuff, like in the 90s
Yeah,
even,
yeah,
over what's coming out
hmm
now. It's actually
yeah,
kind of
definitely.
crazy. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of the stuff was just it was just like so golden. I mean, it was authentic, it was pure, it was
Sure.
funny. There wasn't any kind of underlying thing that was trying to,
No,
preach on the people or something. It was just,
no messages.
yeah, it was just pure,
Yeah,
it was great.
yeah.
So,
See, that's my whole thing. I wanted to put the entertain back in entertainment.
yeah.
It's just that anybody can watch the show, anybody can laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, entertainment needs to be put back in entertainment. I think
Definitely.
a lot of I mean, I think they try for it, obviously, Hollywood and all that, but it seems like this year in particular they're kind of failing, and I think it's just because they're trying too hard to appease a certain group or an agenda or something, and it's kind of hitting
Exactly.
negatively. Um,
It is. When you try to check all the boxes rather
yeah.
than just check that one big box, which is just do your job, man, just entertain.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, that's what I liked about when I developed the show. You have two levels of characters. You have the mother and the father, and then you have the daughter Dizzy and her husband. So you're playing to both generations, the older
Yeah.
generation and the newer generation. Both of them can sit down and watch the show together and get something out of it, and both relate to what's going on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the cornerstone, I believe, in a lot of shows, having that
Yeah.
dynamic, like what was that one that was really popular? Something about Raymond, I believe, right? Or the Raymond
Oh,
show.
everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves
Yeah, yeah,
Raymond, yeah.
yeah.
Um, that was hugely successful, and it had that same kind of dynamic to it, and that's probably
Yep.
why it was so successful. Uh,
Mhm.
Families across America, they like seeing things about family. It's just what
Yeah.
it is. And so it's
Yeah,
been,
it's easily
yeah,
identifiable.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you,
100%. So it's been a while since you've created Disney's World,
yeah.
and what some are the hurdles you've encountered? Have you gotten close to getting it either sold or made or anything?
Man, the amount of hurdles I'm going over, I feel like I should be in the Olympics. It's you get so close, and then it's like, well, no, we're going in another direction or what have you.
Sure.
Um, I can get it on like on things like Tubi, but being that it is a SAG production, you have to pay everybody up and pay all the union stuff, which is like, man, that's a lot to lay out at the beginning.
Yeah.
Uh, but the hurdle that I'm overcoming is I get, okay, who are you? What have you done? Who do you know in the industry?
Yeah.
Uh, that it's the closed door, the gatekeeper thing again.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They all say the same thing. Oh, it's a great premise. We love it. But
But who are
who
you?
are you?
Yeah,
Who
which
are
is
you?
like why is that the most important thing? I mean, uh
Shouldn't matter, man.
yeah, I mean, just because of that, just that's not fair. I mean, what's
Hmm.
interesting is to kind of parallel that there's the new I Play Rocky movie where Stallone had some acting experience before Rocky and all that, but still,
Yeah.
people treated him the same way. It was like, who are you? You're a guy who just parks
Yeah.
cars and you work at the meat place. Like,
He
why?
had to buy
Who
his
are
way
you?
into it.
Yeah,
Basically, that's how he got into it. It's like, I'll sell you the movie, but I got to be in it.
yeah,
He had to sell his dog.
yeah, yeah. It's just so
Yeah.
crazy just to get
It's
by. Yeah,
it's a shame because, back during the days of the studios, like with Warner Brothers, Jack Warner, uh, they asked him, like, where do you get studios? I mean, where do you get stories? He says, I'll listen to anybody. The guy sweeping the floor, the cameraman. He says, stories come from all walks of life.
right.
And unfortunately now it's not. how good are you? It's how many connections do you have?
Yeah, that's so
And it
crazy.
sucks, man. It gets you down sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of creating a big shadow over everyone
Yeah.
else, and
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's unfortunate because like you said, yeah, everybody is living the human experience from their own unique perspective, and everybody you can learn something from everybody. It doesn't matter who they know, who they don't know. It's just about really what do they carry with them and what do they have to
Yeah.
say? And is it at the end of the day, is it important enough to share? And it's just
Yeah.
sad. It's like, oh, you don't know this person, you have no, none of this experience that we expect,
Yeah.
or this or that. And it's like, oh, door shut. And who knows?
Yeah.
They could have missed one of the greatest things they could have ever accomplished.
Exactly, man.
It's
You
so
you got to
sad.
wonder what's not being produced because of that. What is the world missing out on?
Yeah, exactly.
Could it be another Casablanca? Could it be another Star Wars? What are we missing out on because of that?
The
And
gatekeeping.
it's a shame, man. It's a shame.
Yeah. Well, luckily, we're at a time where the technology is becoming a lot more accessible for independent creators, and they're
Sure.
really hustling and getting into the trenches to create things and getting themselves out there.
Yeah.
But they still come across that same hurdle. It's like, okay, you've done these things, but they still look at it
Yeah.
as so what? It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
It's so
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, Disney's World has won so many multiple awards, but it's not in Sundance and it's not in Cannes. So they don't care about that. It's
Yeah.
like, so you don't care about the ear of the people around the world. I mean, Disney's World was shown on the walls of Pompeii. It was shown at Pinewood Studios in England, but you're just still this outsider,
Yeah.
and it's very discouraging. Even with the
Sure.
advent of all the digital stuff, you can make what you want, but as long as you don't have someone promoting you or pushing you, you're just another
Right.
guy on YouTube or what have you. And
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah.
You got to stick with it, but it gets you down sometimes.
Yeah. And it's kind of important to create that th I mean, sure, it gets you down and sometimes, that pressure does get you down but it's equally as important to have that thick skin to like,
Yeah.
get through those tough days and pick yourself up and keep going, which is easily said and done, obviously. I've
Yeah.
had my moments where I got crushed and it took a year just to get back to my like
Sure.
original spirits where they were at, and to go from there. It's tough. It could set you back tremendously for
It
sure.
does. It does. It makes you start questioning, like, man, am I doing the right thing here? Am I
Right,
talented enough?
right.
Is this for me? And when what really hurts is you get so close to it. And once when I was acting, I got a call. It was for a big part in this picture. And they said, yeah, the producers love you. You're great, blah, blah, blah. And this is Steve, right? No, my name is Robert.
Oh
You're not
no.
Steve. You're not from Georgia. No, no. My name's. I told him Robert. I'm Texas. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Click, and it was just like, if I was smart enough to say my name was Steve, I could be somewhere now. But it was just like, damn.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It, you just got to keep plugging along. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah. It's part of this journey. It's part of the story. All the doors you get slammed, and
Yeah,
and it's just it speaks volumes of a person who gets the door slammed continuously, but somehow they're
yeah,
able to get their foot in somewhere and sneak in and
yeah,
and keep doing that until they get really noticed. But yeah, you got to get momentum behind you. That momentum could be stopped at a wall that somebody puts, on purpose or for whatever reason. There's just so many things that like is incredibly unfair for sure. Incredibly
yeah.
unfair.
And I wish guys, kind of calling them out like Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, all these big directors and writers. Why don't they have something to help people? I mean, not a contest or something, but actually have something to say, okay, look, we can like mentor you, we can read your scripts instead of getting, oh, we don't do anything unsolicited. We'll
Right.
block you and ban you if we get anything unsolicited. Step up. You got yours. Help people out that are
No.
trying, that are really good.
100%. I think that should be the proper attitude, where, you got all these chances to be where you're at. and
Yeah.
it's only fair to return it back. It's like Denzel said, you reach one and then you pull one up, and you
Yeah.
continue that process. But yeah, I see that a lot actually.
Yeah.
I see people who are given the red carpet just because they're a certain skin color or this or that or gender. And it doesn't matter if they did anything. It doesn't matter. They just, you get free access just because you're like this. And because you're not like this, you don't get that special treatment. And it's kind of, it's becoming really unfair. It really is. And then, those same people turn around and just they put up barriers. I mean, I've had here in this town, I've had my experience where I'm the underdog, right? And I've had people that I went to that had that red carpet for them. And, I'm like, hey, it'd be great if we collaborated. And they turn around and say, well, you're not the right skin color for me to work with. Things like that are just like really nasty,
That'll be hurtful.
distasteful, and then they talk about how hard their journey was when it's like every door you walk through opens for you. How hard of a journey did you really have, And I'm not here to criticize anyone specifically, but it is like they feel like they had a hard journey, but it's so untrue. I mean, it's only true if nobody's opening the door for you, that's the hardest journey of them all.
Well, people should, it should be if you're talented or not. I don't care what color you are, what you
Yeah,
identify
exactly.
as. I don't care. If you're
Yeah.
talented, you get the job. Like when I was casting for Dizzy, I didn't care. I put the role out and people auditioned from everything, and I picked who was the best. I didn't care. To me, none of that stuff matters, man. I
Yeah,
can't.
same here. It's about the talent. I mean, underneath all of this material and meat, we have souls, and the soul isn't necessarily any color or anything, and
Yeah.
and
And
so
to me,
it's just hyper focused on the exterior and representation and this and that, and it's just like, what about the
yeah.
talent? What about the
Yeah.
talent? You know?
I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, everybody's welcome at the table. I don't
Sure.
care.
Yeah, for
Of
me too.
course, you got to be talented, but that's
Yeah. Yeah, you got to show that you're really in it. You want to do it. You spent time in your craft. All those things matter, at the end of the day. Um, so yeah, we talked about the cast a little bit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your process because yeah, I felt the cast was really, really good. I feel like you
yeah.
picked some great actors and actresses there. How was
Yeah.
that?
Oh man, it was a tough project to cast. Saw a lot of actors, a lot of actresses. The one I kind of built it around was Joanna Sanchez, the part playing the mother, Patty.
Ah, I
She's
see.
a very well-known actress, and I kind of
Ah,
built it around her. Jeannie Cruz, who plays Dizzy, uh, after seeing her doing it, it's like, yeah, okay, she's got it. She's Dizzy.
nice.
And the rest just fell into place, man. Like Dan Braverman plays Patty's husband. He's been in a lot of stuff. He worked with Nick Cage. He's done a
Oh,
lot of stuff, so he was great for the role. Uh, Everybody, even the little kid Isaac Tuvak, he was great. He's doing a lot of stuff now. He's really busy. So,
that's good. Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I was lucky to get a really good, solid cast and
Yeah.
crew. Um, it was just great, man. I had an Emmy Award winner DP, Larry McKee.
Oh,
He's
wow.
passed away.
Wow, I'm
Yeah,
sorry to hear
he
that.
passed unfortunately. Oh yeah, yeah, man. He died of COVID, and that was a real shock
Oh, crazy.
because
Well, I
he
gotta
died.
say, I mean, the looking at the shots and everything, I mean, it was just so on par for what you guys were
Yeah,
trying to create. It was just right
yeah,
on it. I mean, the lighting,
thanks.
everything, it was just there. It was really
Yeah, yeah. I
impressive.
was lucky to have such a talented crew, man. And I tried to replicate it and time it like if it, I even put cuts in there for commercials, so you could actually
Uh,
take it, put it on the air. We had the cutaways, we had the A story, the B story going. With Pat, I call them the kids, and then the adults. You
yeah,
had the two stories going,
yeah.
um, and it was really good. A lot of work went into it, man. Sourcing music, exterior photographs. When you see the exterior photographs of a house, next shot they show of the next house. Well, those are in two different states. I took stock, you buy these photographs, and some of them were in California, some are in Texas.
Yeah.
The warehouse had seen that was up in Boston. And the mall where Patty works, that's in Florida, is in
Crazy.
Miami. So you get it's just like, yeah, that looks good. I had to find something that fit in though, just
Yeah, yeah.
wet and at night. So it's like, yeah, these will all work. So, but it
Yeah,
came together really well. I was blessed to have such a crew, man.
yeah.
We all worked really hard on it. It was
Sure. It
great.
shows. It definitely shows. I mean, like I said, it was such a well put together pilot. It was just like what you'd expect
Nice.
out of a professional pilot that's being
Yeah,
pitched. It was just on
yeah,
point,
yeah.
and did
It
did
was it was
yeah.
great.
Did
What you
did
say? I'm
did,
sorry.
uh did Disney's World after working with the actors and actresses, I know you said that some of them are already pretty hefty in their careers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for some of the newer actors and whatnot, did it help open up any doors for them down the road?
I think so. At least I hope so.
Yeah.
Like the little boy in the chair, Isaac Tufek, he's got a long list of IMDb credits. He's working in the industry, doing a lot of shorts, a lot of independent pictures. Like I said, Dan Braverman, he's still in it. Um, so Joey Torado, he played the gangster with the blonde hair. He's doing
Yeah.
stuff, writing stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, it was real great. Ralph Tapia, he's doing something. He played the husband, the younger husband,
Okay.
and
Yep.
Disney's husband, the cop. But yeah, they're actively working. I know Joanna's doing a lot of stuff. Um, they're really talented. I
Yeah.
mean, it's great. Little funny thing though with the kid when he's sitting in a barber chair. I'm having to lay on the ground and he's spinning around in the chair, but that's me spinning the chair. I'm laying down on the ground going, "You
Oh,
getting this?
wow.
You getting this?" And the chair's coming really close to my face. It's like, "How's this looking?" And he's spinning around. And one of the scenes was after that. Uh, Patty says, "You're going to cut your ear off with the scissors." Well, he starts freaking out in real life. He thinks we're
Oh,
legitimately going to cut
wow.
his ear off. And so now we're in a shopping mall. This kid's freaking out, running around. I'm trying to calm him down.
Yeah.
The things you learn, working with kids. And it was good though. He was really good. Everybody's so talented on that. So lucky to
Yeah,
get them all.
for sure, for sure. So let's see my list of questions. Did you get my list of questions, by the way?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
okay, cool. So I'm gonna try to get through them there. Oh,
Fire away.
so yeah, let's see where we're at. Yeah, so what was when you created the pilot, did you already have an idea where it would be served to, like what channel, or were you creating it for a specific like path or company?
Well, I was hoping to pitch it to the major networks,
Yeah,
uh, get out on over-the-air television or streaming services. Disney Plus would have been great. That's something we're looking at. Maybe Amazon, anything like that, or Peacock and NBC.
yeah,
But yeah, those are the major ones I was looking at
yeah.
because I feel like this stuff deserves to be out there. And I have a whole two seasons of the Bible written out for them.
Oh, wow.
The character arcs. Rick, he eventually, he teaches construction. He has a construction company, but also teaches night courses at college in construction. So that opens up more characters, more story arcs.
Nice.
Dizzy, she's still getting into her shenanigans,
Yeah,
more people she gets into and things like that. Basically, it's a live action cartoon almost, you
sure.
know.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, those are the major things that I wanted
yeah.
for this to go.
And let's just say you finally knock on a door that says, "Hey, we want to get behind this and do it." Would you have to recast some of the parts since it's been some years?
I'm sure everybody would be willing to come back. I'd
Yeah.
love to have them all.
Nice. Okay.
I know a lot of them are busy, and of course, it relies upon scheduling and things like that.
Yeah.
I hope I wouldn't have to,
Sure.
because they just fit, they just mesh so well. We did a table read at a restaurant one night, and that's when you bring all the actors and actresses together,
Yeah.
and they sit down and just read it. Well, as we're doing this, due to their performances, we start hearing people laugh. and then more people
Oh,
laugh, and more,
there you
and
go.
like you look over, like the server is there, people are there, but the patrons of the restaurants are there watching us laughing.
Yeah.
They're just laughing and they're giggling, just to kind of sitting back, not want to be seen. And at that time, I knew, okay, we have something here. This has
Yeah.
the potential to go somewhere, and especially when someone just is laughing out of the blue, taking their time to watch it. It's great.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I hope we can
that's
get more.
great. That's great
Yeah,
that you got those reactions. Yeah.
it's a great feeling, man.
Sure, sure.
Especially
And
because it's a wonderful feeling to do that.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to ride something and
Yeah.
by kind of accident, out there in the public, getting some reactions, it's yeah, I'm sure that's a good feeling because you don't know, right? You have these ideas, and
No, no.
so to get something
They
is
can, they can either laugh at you
yeah.
or with you, like say with you. But if they're laughing like, God, this sucks, it's not a good thing. But when you tell someone gets a good laugh out of it, a chuckle, a belly laugh, it's a great thing, man. And
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's payment for the performers also.
Yeah.
It's knowing that their hard work really paid off on this.
Yeah. One interesting question that kind of popped in my head while watching it was because I don't, I've never made a pilot, especially like for a sitcom or something, did it, is it, how do I word it? Is it like, is it improper to put like a laughing track to it?
I thought about doing that,
Yeah.
and this, some sitcoms have them, some don't.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, especially having to pay on my own pocket, I always save a little money. Um, I could always drop it in later,
Yeah.
but I just make it's one of those command decisions, man, that you make
Yeah.
every day on the set and in the production process. Like, no, I'm gonna skip it. If people don't know to laugh if something's funny,
Yeah.
I can't help you,
Yeah.
or I'm just not a good writer. If you had to put signs up, applause, this is funny, laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing your job.
Yeah, I did notice some like little tiny pauses, like when
Yeah.
something was said and it was like meant to be like a tiny little pause. I was that
Yeah.
on purpose, like having those little pauses there?
It sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
we did, but that could also have been, especially when the scene shot in Patty's barbershop, because uh, I got lied to. I'll say it like that.
Oh no.
We filmed at a shopping mall in December. And I was promised, no, the shopping mall would be quiet. No problem. So I rented this barber shop out for the day, paid them off, rented the place. And then the music starts. And then the people come around.
Oh no.
So sometimes they'd have to say something like they'd give their line and like, okay, they hear noise, they can't stop for a second to the person walking down the aisle keeps quiet. And so that may have been what you saw also. It's-
Well, no,
It
I
was
mean,
that was a challenge.
it wasn't anything that stuck out. It just like
No.
I've seen it like a few times. I watched it over and over to analyze it, and
Oh,
it just seemed like there were these like perfect moments where there would be like a burst of laughter, right? That you would hear like
yeah.
and I'm just like, man, like honestly, if it did have the laughing track to it, like it would almost feel like perfect, right? Like you're watching
Yeah.
it like
Yeah.
on TV and whatnot. There's a live audience there or something.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, well, I don't know if it's proper for a pilot because there is no live audience technically, and
Yeah.
it's filmed as a pilot. So I was like, huh, I wonder what the thing is there. But
That was just one of the decisions that were made. Just like
sure,
unfortunately some scenes we had to cut. It was just one of those things that you do, and it's like, man, I hope it flies. I hope it goes over. I mean, we can always drop it in later, but it's one of those things where talking to some people and they're like, well, no, you probably shouldn't put it in there. So it's like, okay,
okay,
you know, hope it
yeah,
works, hope for the best.
yeah, yeah, for
But
sure,
just like
yeah.
shooting at a mall around Christmas, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, and
You
you're
have to
you're
do a
left
lot
with
of
some decisions to make for sure. You always got to make some
well,
tough decisions.
yeah, well, all the scenes in her barbershop, all of them had ADR'd afterwards because you could not hear the sound. Couldn't hear a thing.
Oh, really?
There's Christmas music, kids crying, people talking,
Crazy.
and it's just like, yeah, well, I've been deceived. But yeah,
Did
you learn
you
a lot.
was it did you have to go back and do like audio dubbing at all for anything or
Yeah, ADR.
yeah,
Yeah, that like I
ADR, yeah.
said, everything in Patty's, everything. When Joanna was out in
Wow.
California, she was working on another film. So what she would have to do is go to her dressing room, record this, send it over to our sound editor. That was in California. I had people here in Texas doing it. I actually had to do a voice because we couldn't get a hold of the actor,
Oh,
the
wow.
delivery guy at the end. We had to take my voice, pitch it down, slow it, put a bit of a reverb on it,
Oh
and
man,
that's how we did it. I mean, I had to do it. I
that's
mean, time was of
crazy.
the essence.
I wouldn't have
And
noticed, to be honest. I
yeah,
don't think
it,
I saw anything weird with that or I was like, ah,
Rebecca, yeah, Rebecca Allen, man, she was the one who did the editing for me. She was up in Big Bear. I mean, you had people in California all over the place, here in Texas. You had other people in New York all over the place and sending these files in. Rebecca, she said, "Oh crap, I didn't get Joanna's line on this." She's friends with her. She actually imitated her.
oh
So much
wow.
so you cannot tell. There's a line in there you cannot tell, but it's
Crazy.
her doing lines.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was the whole thing, man. And then going and doing all the Foley, the sound effects. And you learn. Like I said, you learn.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, uh, Larry was saying to me, "You want to bag this today? Because we're not, all we're going to get is the image." And I'm like, I asked him for his opinion. He said, "No, no, I'm not in charge." I said, "No, I value your opinion." He says, "I would just shoot it and then go back and do the dubbing," which we did. Luckily, I can't believe it turned out spot
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, like I
I
don't
was,
think there was anything really
you
weird.
can't
So
tell. You
yeah,
can't tell. I
absolutely.
mean,
It's crazy.
I can't believe, man, how blessed I was with the talent in this.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect,
Yeah.
and it was everything.
That must have delayed things for you a bit then, huh? To
It
get
set things back, yeah, because
yeah.
now it's like, okay, now I need to get the money to do all this extra, which I wasn't counting
Oh,
on.
wow.
And yeah, kids at home, if you're going to do this, put aside more money than you think you're going to need.
Sure.
Um, in fact, one of this during the mall, my DP, my PA, Kendra Parker, she played one of the gang members. She had the pink scarf on.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
I just sent her out to keep people quiet. And it was just like, here's a bunch of 20s. Just give them a $20 bill. Tell them to take their kid down and give them an ice cream. Just, I need them out of
Crazy.
here. She came back and said, yeah, they all took the money. And so we were able to keep it quieter for a little bit, but then it kept coming
Whoa.
back up. And it's like, yeah, it, it was fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you were in the trenches making it. Yeah, it's
You'll learn a lot, man.
yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when they booted all of our cars, that was fun. We were
They
shooting at the
what?
old, yeah. I'm big on communication and planning stuff. So of course I had all the insurance in place, got written permission from places to shoot on location. We filmed at the
Nice.
old post office downtown Houston. That was the warehouse where the final scene
Oh,
was shot with the gangsters.
okay.
So we're out there, and my PA Ethan, we're in a scene. He's tapping me on the shoulder, like, "Hang on." He's tapping, "Hang on, yeah, what's up?" "They're towing our cars." Like, okay,
My
I'm like,
goodness.
what? They're towing our car. So I run out, and they have booted every single car that was in the lot. I'm like, dude, we have permission to be here. And their thing was like, well, so you don't own the parking lot. You didn't get permission for that.
That's crazy.
Like, shit. So I'm on the phone to the people who own the place. The people that own the place called them and said, no, they have permission to be there. You're not to harass them. They were nice
Nice.
enough to even let us film there for free. I'm walking back in. We're getting this fixed up. Larry is sitting there laughing over in the corner. I'm like, what the hell's so funny? We nearly got all towed here, man. It cost us like an hour or so of time. He pulls out his key ring. He says, "This ain't my first rodeo. I've got all the keys to those boots. I just would have taken it off and gone home."
Oh, how funny. How crazy. Wow.
You stuff just happened, man. So I had to take a few minutes to myself, needless to say, and just like, oh
Yeah.
my God, we nearly got wiped out here, Because I'm thinking like it would have been a couple grand to pay to get all those boots off for
Oh,
everybody
geez.
on the set. And it's just
Yeah.
like, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, you live and learn.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun.
You got a little, yeah, that's a good thing that the owners were on your side. That would have
Yeah.
been
Oh yeah.
whew,
Yeah.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was lucky. I mean, like I said, I was so lucky to get everybody just to give me permission to shoot at places.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really great.
So yeah, you're in Texas. Is it LaPorte? Is that
Correct.
yeah?
Yeah. Mhm.
How's the community there, the filmmaking community?
It's not much. Up in Houston, there is.
Ah, okay.
The farther north you go, of course, Austin, San Antonio, some in Dallas.
Yeah.
That's where it's really big. Um, Closest thing out here, I think the town next to LaPorte, which is Baytown, that's where Gary Busey is from.
Oh, wow.
Uh, the As far as shooting goes, Dizzy's World was the first thing to shoot. We filmed it in Pasadena, Texas, at the old mall. It was the first thing to film in Pasadena since Midnight Cowboy back in the 80s.
Crazy.
And yeah, yeah, it was great. But out here, not so much. They do have some new initiatives and things that they're trying to work for Houston, and I hope it works.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
It'd be
mean,
great to film here. There's a lot of stuff here. You got the beach, you got Galveston, you got the cities, you got the
yeah.
country right close by. So there's a lot of things that you can incorporate. They're really close here. A lot of different looks.
So I guess having kind of a community that's kind of like I guess non-existent or small,
Yeah.
like what was it difficult to find support?
Yeah, you had to really look for it. You had to call a lot of agents. Like I had to go to several different agents to try to find somebody,
Yeah.
send me different actors and things like that. Um, Crew, I had to call around until I was lucky enough to find Larry. And but I found out with this, you do have to. The biggest part of and anything is preparation. Preparation is
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
You've got to get your locations, got to lock down your locations. Um, and sometimes something bad turns out to be something good.
Yeah.
Like I was going to shoot at that same mall, figuring, hey, this would be great. We use the old sneaker store for the warehouse. It would have worked, but not like that setup did at the old post office.
Sure.
I mean, when it went in there, it's like this looks like a movie set,
Yeah.
and we just dressed it, threw some stuff around in there,
Yeah.
and you couldn't fake that.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah, for
it's
sure. There was like this authenticity to the set,
yeah,
which like makes you wonder, like, was it a set built from scratch or was it, something you found and that is
it
lucky,
looked good.
yeah, yeah,
It
that's great.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah, it turned out, man, it was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise, man, because I was like, dang, now I got to scout another location,
yeah.
and it was great. It worked out great.
So we're running a bit
So
out of time. We have probably about
yeah,
2 minutes. But I just
sure,
kind of want to ask, like, what's next for you? What kind of things have you been involved with
sure, sure.
since the pilot?
We're right now working on the story of the first Black Miss Universe
Whoa.
and her story. In fact, the fellow who played one of the cops, Kelly Blair, it's his ex-wife.
Oh,
It's a
crazy.
story of redemption. We got everything involved. We're getting financing involved. So hopefully we can get somebody to move it along, an
Sure.
agency that will help represent,
Yeah.
um, things like that. It's a great story. It's a local story too. It takes place in Deer Park, which is right here.
That's cool.
Um,
That's like a
oh
story
yeah,
from the
yeah.
area. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. They just renamed the Miss Congeniality portion of the Miss Universe pageant in honor of her.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's trending right now. So we've got things going.
Wow.
So I'm really looking forward to that. It'd be the first biography I've done. So
Cool.
a little different than comedy, a lot different than comedy.
Sure. I mean, is this going to be like for TV or for feature or
I'd like to have it as a feature. It's going to be filmed and it was written as a feature.
nice?
Um, whether it goes streaming, mainstream out in theaters, both.
Yeah.
fingers crossed. It's kind of one of those
Yeah.
things when you start out like, man, I'll take whatever I can get at this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a creative process that goes on, man. It's great.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that you're working and pushing and getting something that like it's so cool that you're involved with a story that is kind of local to the area. That's like it just feels more authentic and unique and
Hmm.
like more of a reason why to get behind it versus just something that you just grab or something like that.
Yeah.
It's great and
Yeah. When I heard
yeah,
the story, Kelly was telling me, it's like, man, yeah, this needs to be a movie.
nice.
Her
Yeah,
story needs to be told. So,
very nice.
yeah, man.
Well, Robert, I think that's about our time. I just want to say thank you
Appreciate you having me.
so much to have time for us, and I really
Yeah,
enjoyed the pilot. And who knows, maybe
thank you.
you never know. It could still happen for you there with the pilot. But
Yeah, I hope so, man. I mean, for everybody involved, it's great entertainment,
yeah,
and just have to see what the future holds for it, man.
for
Thanks
sure,
for
for
having me
sure.
here today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was good to meet you. Good luck with the
Yeah, you too.
feature. I hope it turns out like more than you expect, man. Yeah, I feel like
Fingers crossed,
you
man.
deserve something, to happen.
Oh, thank you.
You put in a lot
Thank
of
you.
work. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah,
So,
appreciate it, man. Lot of sleepless nights, hoping
yeah,
you can pull off stuff that you want to the next day. So,
for sure.
oh, yeah,
All right, Robert, we'll leave it there. It was a
cool.
pleasure, and I'll be in touch.
Likewise.
I'll send you a link and all that.